It's Monday, September 17th. Fugitive liquor baron Vijay Mallya's remarks outside a London court last week that he met Finance Minister Arun Jaitley before leaving the country in 2016 has set off a political firestorm back home. That the lookout notice against Mallya was diluted added fuel to the fire. In October 2015, the CBI had issued a lookout notice against Vijay Mallya asking immigration authorities to detain him if he tries to leave the country. In November 2015, that circular was altered from directions to detain him to merely informing the CBI. Mallya reportedly left India the day the banks moved the Debt Recovery Tribunal seeking his arrest. Congress President Rahul Gandhi accused the CBI of aiding Mallya's, quote, great escape, claiming a senior CBI official weakened the lookout notice that enabled the liquor baron flee to London. The CBI defended the senior official, saying the decision to alter the lookout notice was not taken by any individual but as part of a process, and the change was effected due to the fact that they lacked sufficient grounds to arrest or detain Mallya. The opposition is now demanding answers from the finance minister as to why no disclosure of his alleged meeting with Mallya was ever made.
पहला सवाल यह है कि फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर एब्सकॉन्डर से बात करता है। एब्सकॉन्डर फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर को कहता है कि मैं अब लंदन जाने वाला हूं, और फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने ना सीबीआई को बताया, ना ईडी को बताया, ना पुलिस को बताया। क्यों नहीं? पहला सवाल। दूसरा सवाल, जो अरेस्ट नोटिस था विजय माल्या पे, उसको इन्फॉर्म नोटिस में किसने बदला? यह काम वही कर सकता है जो सीबीआई को कंट्रोल करता है। तो अरुण जेटली जी लंबे लंबे बयान देते हैं। अगर ये उन्होंने अपने आप किया तो ये बता दें कि हां मैंने अपने आप किया। अगर इनको ऊपर से ऑर्डर मिला था तो वो कह दें कि ऊपर से उनको ऑर्डर मिला।
Earlier, the finance minister had said Mallya's remarks in the meeting were factually false and that as Rajya Sabha member, Mallya misused his privilege on occasion and that he, Jaitley, curtly told him there was no point talking to me and he must make offers to his bankers. Meanwhile, senior Supreme Court lawyer Dushyant Dave revealed that he had advised his client, the State Bank of India, the largest lender to Mallya's Kingfisher, to approach the Supreme Court seeking an order restraining Mallya's overseas travel. But that advice was not acted upon. 4 days later, Mallya left the country. The State Bank of India in a statement said it denies there was any laxity on its part in dealing with loan default cases, including that of Kingfisher Airlines. Vijay Mallya is facing legal proceedings for defaulting on loans worth 9,000 crore rupees from a consortium of banks. Nearly 25 years after the infamous ISRO espionage scandal that not only destroyed the careers of two of India's brightest space scientists, Nambi Narayanan and D. Sasikumar, but in effect set back India's progress in cryogenic technology by over a decade, the Supreme Court has awarded compensation of 50 lakh rupees to Narayanan. The court said it cannot lose sight of the wrongful imprisonment, malicious prosecution, the humiliation and defamation faced by Narayanan. What was the ISRO spy case? In 1994, the Kerala police arrested two Maldivian women and claimed to have unearthed a spy ring involving the Indian Space Research Organization and the leak of sensitive technology. In November that year, Nambi Narayanan was arrested. The CBI, which took over the case, concluded that the charges were false. All accused were discharged in 1996. The CBI is believed to have given a separate report to the government on the alleged role played by Intelligence Bureau officials in fabricating the case. Why would a case be fabricated? When Nambi Narayanan was arrested, he was leading the team developing liquid propulsion technology, cryogenic rocket engines. The cryogenic engine was meant to power the heavy-lift Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle GSLV for deploying heavy communication satellites. The Missile Technology Control Regime, led by the United States, reportedly did not want India to develop cryogenic technology, as it would have challenged the monopoly enjoyed by the United States, France and Russia in the global launch business. So was there sabotage involved? In his autobiography, Ormagalude Brahmana Padam, published last year, Narayanan says, the case was a conspiracy against him and the Indian Space Research Organization through the collective efforts of agents of America's CIA in connivance with the Indian police and intelligence officers. The case was manufactured, he alleges, in order to stall India's rapid advancements in the development of an indigenous cryogenic rocket engine. The Supreme Court has also directed the setting up of a committee under former Supreme Court Judge D.K. Jain to decide what steps need to be taken against the erring officials. If you were a kid in the 90s, you would likely remember the public service advertisement featuring Shabana Azmi, where the actor says, AIDS छूने से नहीं फैलता, छूने से सिर्फ प्यार फैलता है. It was aimed at clarifying misconceptions surrounding AIDS and HIV that breed discrimination. While awareness has undoubtedly grown over the years, people living with HIV-AIDS continue to face stigma and are denied their constitutionally guaranteed rights. Decades later, a landmark legislation safeguarding the rights of persons living with HIV has come into force in India. The Act prohibits discrimination on any grounds. It prohibits the denial of employment or occupation, unfair treatment in employment or occupation, the denial of healthcare services, the denial or unfair treatment in educational establishments and services, the denial of access to any goods or accommodation or service or facility, benefit, privilege or opportunity dedicated to the use of the general public or customarily available to the public. This includes shops, public restaurants, hotels, places of public entertainment, or the use of wells, tanks, bathing ghats, roads, burial grounds, and places of public resort. It also prohibits the denial of the right to reside, purchase, rent, or otherwise occupy any property, or to stand for or hold public or private office. It prohibits the denial of or the unfair treatment in the provision of insurance unless supported by actuarial studies. The legislation prohibits isolation or segregation of HIV-positive persons. It penalizes propagation of hatred against HIV-positive persons. How about the disclosure of HIV status? The Act stipulates that no person shall be compelled to disclose his HIV status except by an order of the court that the disclosure of such information is necessary in the interest of justice. No person shall disclose or be compelled to disclose the HIV status or any other private information of other person imparted in confidence or in a relationship of a fiduciary nature, except with the informed consent of that person. With over 21 lakh people living with HIV, India tops the list of persons infected in the Asia-Pacific region. And as it moved into the country's interior, Storm Florence, downgraded from Hurricane Florence, has already wreaked havoc along USA's east coast. Over 4,000 homes have been destroyed, roads and houses are flooded, at least 12 people have been reported dead as of Sunday, and about 1 million people are without electricity. The storm, however, also provided some comic relief. A clip of the Weather Channel meteorologist Mike Seidel's report has gone viral on social media for, quote, an Oscar-worthy performance. Reporting from Wilmington in North Carolina, Seidel can be seen struggling against the wind, even as two people walk by casually. What the chuckle, isn't it? Have a good Monday. See you tomorrow.